In this video, I'm going to show you how to export a calendar from Appalachian's Calcium Calendar server and import it later into a Google Calendar that we construct for that purpose. The first thing to do is to point your browser to www.calendars.appstate.edu, as you see in the bar there. That will take you to the Calcium server. The next thing is to scroll until you find your calendar. In this case, I'm looking for Distance Learning Services video events. There they are. I'm clicking on that to enter that particular calendar. Now, once you're looking at the calendar, presuming you have the right to see the events in there, then you should be able to export those events by selecting the link Options for this calendar, select Export Events, and then you select the dates between which you wish to grab all the events. I'm going to set this back a little ways just so we have a number of events to play with. I'll select to December 31st, 2015. If you have a longer range of time where you need to do that, you can certainly do that. The format is very important here. You have to choose a format that is importable into Google. I would suggest that you use the iCalendar file option. Once you select those, you can scroll down and click on Download Events. And in this window now, I'm using Chrome, so it actually just opens in there. I can save this vCalendar, the virtual calendar events, by hitting Control-S for save. And I'll choose to put it on the desktop as Events, and I'm going to change the name, the extension that is, to ICS, just because that's typically the extension that applications expect for iCal kinds of events. Hit Enter, and that will create the file on our desktop. I can then close this, and I can in fact go ahead and close Calcium. Instead of doing that, however, at this point, I'm going to go to Google and log into my calendar service. First into Gmail. And then I'll select my calendar. Okay, I'm going to turn off everything at this point so that we don't have any events cluttering up, and you'll be able to see what actually happens. The way to go from this point is to select on the My Calendars line of this sidebar, select Create New Calendar, and give this a name. I'm going to call this one Interactive Video Calendar. And use the button at the bottom to create the calendar. It's into that particular calendar that I'm going to import the events that I just exported from Calcium. So now you can see that that calendar has been created. It's now active. I'm now going to import the events that I created when I downloaded the events from the Calcium calendar. To do so, I'll click on the Other Calendars drop-down, select Import Calendar, and then I'll have to select where I put the file. I have to remember where I put it. I put it on my desktop, called it events.ics. I'll then select into which calendar I want to place the new events. In this case, I'm going to choose Interactive Video Calendar. That's all that I have visible at the moment. And import. Google will then parse that file, extract all the events from it, and create them in your new Google Calendar. In this particular case, I imported some 1,500 events. I can then close that. And as you see, I now have that calendar imported into my Google Calendar. If you like, you can of course change the color of the calendar to be something that may be more to your liking. Make sure to leave it on. And at this point, we're finished. That's all there is to it.